Riley for a knee bar here as Moxley immediately...
Welcome to the main event. This is True Ring News Network, your ringside access to WWE news and drama. Subscribe and let's rumble. Last night on WWE RAW, the atmosphere backstage was electric, and all eyes were on Jon Moxley. Sources close to the action say that Moxley wasn't there just to go through the motions. He brought a focused intensity that immediately captured the room. Wrestlers and staff alike noticed that he carried a presence that demanded attention, a reminder that Raw isn't just a show, it's his arena. Moxley took the opportunity to send a message, not through words alone, but through the energy he projected. It was clear to everyone within earshot that he was ready for whatever challenges lay ahead. His reputation for resilience and unpredictability precedes him, and last night, he made it clear that he intends to uphold that reputation on Raw every single week. Calling out the competition, Moxley didn't just walk into the locker room quietly. He specifically addressed some of Raw's top talents, including The Vision, Bron Breakker, and Bronson Reed. What stood out wasn't aggression for its own sake, but the clarity of his message. He acknowledged the strengths of each competitor, Breakker's explosive power, Reed's sheer size and presence, and the Vision's strategic edge, yet made it clear that none of it intimidates him. Instead, Moxley framed their abilities as challenges he welcomes, opportunities to prove himself and elevate the competition. The message wasn't personal, it was about the battleground that is Raw, and the idea that stepping into his path means engaging with someone who thrives under pressure. Raw as a battleground. Moxley framed Raw itself as his territory, his stage, and his proving ground. According to sources, he made it evident that he views the show as more than weekly programming. It's a place to test limits, push boundaries, and establish dominance through performance, not posturing. He emphasized that anyone who steps onto the Raw roster must be prepared for unpredictability and intensity, because that's the kind of environment he thrives in. There was a sense in the room that Moxley is not just defending his spot on the card, but defending a philosophy of wrestling that emphasizes passion, commitment, and readiness to engage with challenges directly. Addressing Bron Breakker. When it came to Bron Breakker, Moxley's comments were particularly pointed, but measured. Breakker is known for his explosive power and high-energy style, which has earned him respect in the locker room and the eyes of fans. Moxley acknowledged that skill without hesitation, noting that he enjoys testing himself against physically dominant competitors. Rather than framing Breakker as a threat, Moxley positioned him as a worthy adversary, someone whose capabilities will push him to adapt, evolve, and perform at his best. The dynamic was framed as professional respect, with a clear undercurrent of competition, suggesting that matches between the two could showcase both strategy and raw physicality. Weighing Bronson Reed's impact. Similarly, Bronson Reed's destructive energy and in-ring presence did not go unnoticed. Moxley spoke openly about Reed's ability to change the dynamic of a match through size, athleticism, and momentum. He made it clear that while Reed has the tools to dominate in certain scenarios, Moxley sees that as an invitation to bring his own intensity. The exchange highlighted Moxley's approach to wrestling. He measures challenges not by fear, but by opportunity. Reed's strengths, rather than intimidating him, motivate Moxley to push further, ensuring that any encounter between them will be high stakes and unpredictable. Anticipation. Among fans and talent. The fallout from last night's events is already being felt among fans and talent alike. Social media reactions indicate excitement and speculation about upcoming storylines, matchups, and potential alliances. Within the locker room, talent is reportedly talking strategy, discussing how to engage with Moxley's challenge, and considering how to elevate their performances. The sense of unpredictability he brings is motivating everyone to step up. His presence is not just a statement about himself, it has ripple effects that raise the stakes across Raw. Fans are eager to see how each individual responds, and the excitement is palpable. Moxley's approach to competition. What makes Moxley's challenge so intriguing is his mindset. He does not approach matches with fear or defensiveness, nor does he underestimate the abilities of his competitors. Instead, he thrives under challenge, using pressure as a tool to sharpen focus and performance. His words backstage suggest that he views every confrontation as a test of skill, endurance, and creativity, and that he welcomes encounters that allow him to demonstrate resilience, adaptability, and strategic thinking. For his opponents, this means that every interaction requires preparation, awareness, and respect for the unpredictability he brings to the ring. Implications for upcoming Raw episodes. The ramifications of Moxley's message will likely unfold over the next several weeks of Raw programming. By establishing himself as a central figure in these potential rivalries, he sets up a series of matches and interactions that promise high stakes and intense storytelling. Each competitor he called out, Breaker, Reed, and The Vision, will need to respond, creating a natural progression of confrontation and resolution. For fans, this means more than just wrestling. It means narratives that combine athletic skill, character development, and suspense. Raw is poised to deliver compelling content, and Moxley has ensured that the audience's attention is squarely on what comes next. Building momentum for storylines. Moxley's actions backstage also contribute to building momentum for Raw's overarching storylines. By issuing a clear challenge to multiple high-profile talents, he effectively catalyzes plot lines that can interweave across weeks or months. The anticipation of matchups, alliances, and personal rivalries creates a sense of continuity and engagement that benefits the show as a whole. WWE's creative direction often relies on the interplay between on-screen performance and behind-the-scenes dynamics, and Moxley's assertive messaging provides fuel for both, ensuring that fans and wrestlers alike remain invested. Looking ahead. As Raw continues, the key will be to observe how each wrestler reacts, not just in matches, but in promos, interviews, and social interactions. Moxley has set the tone. Intensity, preparation, and adaptability are non-negotiable. Breaker, Reed, and The Vision are likely evaluating strategies, refining skills, and considering how to maintain their presence against someone who thrives on challenge. For viewers, the excitement is in seeing how these elements play out, from in-ring action to backstage storytelling. The foundation has been laid for compelling television, and the anticipation is already building. Setting the bar for Raw. Ultimately, Jon Moxley's presence and his direct communication have elevated the level of competition on Raw. By clearly stating his readiness to engage with top talent, he not only asserts himself, but also sets a benchmark for performance and commitment. Competitors must respond, adapt, and rise to meet the challenge, ensuring that the quality of wrestling and storytelling remains high. This approach reinforces Moxley's reputation as both a respected veteran and a central figure capable of driving energy, excitement, and drama on WWE's flagship program. Conclusion. In summary, last night's developments on Raw demonstrate the influence one determined performer can have on the entire roster. Jon Moxley's focused presence, direct messaging, and professional approach to challenge have created a ripple effect that will shape upcoming episodes, fan engagement, and storyline development. By addressing top competitors with respect and clarity, he has ensured that Raw remains unpredictable, compelling, and high stakes. The energy backstage, the anticipation among fans, and the potential matchups all point toward a period of dynamic competition. With Moxley at the center, Raw is not just a show. It is a battleground where readiness, intensity, and strategy will define the weeks to come. The excitement is building, and the path forward promises unforgettable moments, unforgettable matches, and unforgettable storytelling.